Everyone, it's JT. Welcome back to Office Hours. This is actually a very special Office Hours today, so I'm just going to make sure that everyone can see and hear me all right before I get started. If you haven't heard already, today I'm going to be talking about the Career Decoder and specifically 3 ways that you can use the results to improve your career happiness, your professional satisfaction. So if you have never taken our Career Decoder quiz before, it only takes a couple of minutes to do. It's only 20 questions long. We'll make sure we pop that up in the chat for you, but it's really important you take it because you're going to be able to then listen to me today as I explain how to leverage these really important results. So make sure that you do that, and I will get started in just a minute. Okay, looks like we've got people logging in. We'll give it just one more second and we'll be good to go. And if you can see and hear me okay, feel free to throw a little hello in the chat, and that way I'll know that you can hear me. All right. Okay, well, I think I'm going to get started. So welcome, everyone. This is Office Hours on Work It Daily. My name's JT O'Donnell. I'm the founder of Work It Daily. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the Career Decoder. This is a very powerful quiz that you can take for free. And we've got the link in our chat today. And what it does is help you unlock your professional potential. It can help you find more career happiness, career satisfaction. And today I'm going to talk about 3 ways you can use this information. You can use your results to improve your own happiness, your own career success and satisfaction. So the first thing I want to do is tell you a little bit about the Career Decoder so you can understand where it comes from. We built this back in about 2015, and as of today, over 50,000 people, yes, 50,000 people and counting, have taken this quiz. And one of the highlights for me when we first put this quiz out there was a comment that I got on LinkedIn from somebody who took the quiz and posted his results. And he said, I'm a psychologist, I'm a PhD, and this is spot on accurate. And it truly made my day because I always knew that this information was important and vital and accurate, but it's very validating when you see other individuals saying that as well. So what I want to do is talk about how important it is for you to understand what's called your workplace personas. So what is that? Well, there are 8 of them. I'm going to walk you through the 8 in a minute here. And what they do is explain to you how you like to add value, how you like to create value, create results for your employer when you're doing work. And this is a pretty important thing because if you follow us here at Work It Daily, if you work with us, you know that we tell you you're not an employee, you're a business of one, and you're selling your services to the employer. So you want to be able to sell services that you enjoy providing. That's how you get your satisfaction in your career. And I've worked with thousands of people over the last 15 years. I've been a career therapist for a really long time. And I know that the number one reason why people are so unhappy is because they're not internally motivated by the work they do. The technical term is intrinsic motivation. It means it's work that you desire to do. And that's exactly what the Career Decoder results unlock for you, reveal to you. This is work that you prefer to do. This is how you like to, as I said earlier, create value. And that means you're going to feel more satisfied naturally when you're doing this kind of work. So when we work with people inside the Work It Daily platform, when our career coaches help our members, what we normally find is that they're doing work that is not leveraging their top 2 or 3 workplace personas. So the Career Decoder is going to tell you that. And so when you get your results, what you're going to see is that anything that scores 20% or higher means it's a strength of yours. It's a persona that you prefer to leverage. And some people only have one, some people have a couple of them, but you'll see you can't be all 8 of them. So you're going to see what you prefer to do and how you prefer to deliver that value. I really want to ingrain that in you. And so knowing that, I can go into the first way, and probably the most important way you should be using the results of the Career Decoder. And that is to get very clear in the kind of work you want to do going forward. I'm going to use an example for you. We had a client take the Career Decoder quiz. He's a very successful executive. He was doing very well in his work. And in his current role, he was known as an optimizer. That's one of your 8 choices. He was very good at going into situations, looking at problems in the company, and then optimizing them, making things run better, fixing them. He just could spot the problems. But he wasn't fulfilled in this work. So when he took our quiz as part of our very comprehensive assessment program that we provide, this one quiz, the Career Decoder, it turned out that his top 3 workplace personas were mentor, visionary and educator, mentor, visionary, and educator. So what he preferred to do was coach others. He preferred to share a vision, help people connect the dots and see things that they couldn't see on their own. And an educator, close gaps in knowledge and information. And so what we did is work together to quantify his skills and abilities in these three areas, the ways he preferred to work. And then he went into his leadership team and expressed the fact that he really wanted to find work within the organization that allowed him to leverage these three areas. And lo and behold, the executive team said to him, "We've been waiting for you to say this." And he was shocked. But what it turned out to be is they were very happy with him in the optimizer role, and he seemed to be happy in the optimizer role. So why would they change things? You know, what do we always say? If it's not broken, don't fix it. But it wasn't until he expressed his desires to do work that was more in line with how he felt satisfaction that he was able to get results. And I see this every single day. We work with people every day inside the Work It Daily platform, helping them better understand themselves. And this is just one of the ways that we do it, this career decoder information. So can you see why that's so important? You need to be able to self-edit. Again, let me give you another example. All you career changers out there, those folks that want to switch gears, you're probably out there presenting to the world everything that you've done in your past, and that probably leverages personas you no longer want to use. So what you're doing is marketing the very thing that you want to get away from, and that's why you can't find success. When you're pivoting careers, you need to really understand your career decoder results, look at your top workplace personas, and then edit all of your career tools to only reflect the accomplishments that support that kind of work. And this is super, super important and actually leads me into the second way you need to be leveraging the results that you get today from the career decoder. And that is in all your career tools. So I mentioned you're a business of one, which means you have to market yourself. And the way you market yourself is with things like your resume, your LinkedIn profile, your cover letters, your answers in your interview prep, your networking, your elevator pitch. You've heard of all these things. So as I mentioned earlier, the problem I see is that people tend to do we call it the everything and the kitchen sink mentality, where they put everything they've ever done in all of these tools. They want to consider themselves or present themselves as a Jack or Jill of all trades. That is a fatal error. You need to brand yourself as a specialist, and more importantly, as a specialist doing the kind of work you want to be doing. So you have to do that self-editing, and the career decoder results are what enables you to do that. Now, here's the thing I want to say about this, though. A lot of people get their results and suddenly go change the headline of their LinkedIn profile to, "I'm a builder, mentor, super connector," or they go on their resume and in their key skill sets, they write that they are an educator, warrior, researcher. That's not what I want you to do. That's actually pretty hokey, and that's not what this was intended for. What you do is take a look at your top personas and realize those are really verbs. So if you're a builder, then you want to go through your tools and quantify your experience building things. I've built X systems, or if you're an educator, I've taught X number or trained X number of people. Or if you're a super connector, I've connected X number of customers or vendors. You want to look at how you've moved the needle in your career, and you want to quantify that using the terms that way. And that's another thing that we teach you how to do inside our program. When you work with our team inside Work It Daily, you go through a set of video tutorials where we teach you how to do this. You update your resume. Then you send it to our career pros and they look at it and they go, "Yep, that's right. Nope, that's wrong. You fix this, change that." We do that for your resume. We do that for your LinkedIn profile, your cover letter, interview prep. You get the draft. We help make sure that you take your career decoder results and you present it in the right way, because quantifying yourself and editing yourself to focus on these top personas is how you're going to send the message that, "Hey, this is my specialty. This is how I like to create value. And let me prove it to you that I can." So again, very important that we use our career decoder results in our career tools. Now, the third way that I'm going to share with you today that you can leverage these results and really improve your professional satisfaction is to understand, or to get familiar, is what I was trying to say, with your coworkers' personas. So you might want to have them take the test. It's super important that you know how to leverage the strengths of other people. And let me explain why. When you know what your strengths are, you're going to have more confidence. And when you know the strengths of others, you know how to tap into them and collaborate better. And this is what companies are looking for. When their top resources can work well together, you can create much better results. And what's going to happen by you recognizing the talents of others and knowing to leverage them in concert with yours, you're going to gain a lot of trust and respect and credibility within the organization. And let me give you a fun example. It might not be fun for you if you're not a Red Sox fan, but I always go back and talk about the 2004 Red Sox team who finally broke a 100-year curse. When you watch them here in New England, in the interviews after they would win a game, they would say, oh, you made that incredible catch. And that player would say something like, oh, yes, but, it was Big Papi who made that killer home run, or it was Pedro who pitched that amazing game. They would always talk about the strengths of the other players, never about themselves. And you may not have known this, but they affectionately called themselves the bunch of idiots the entire time they were playing together. And what they were really trying to drive home there is there wasn't one special person. All of them working together and knowing each other's strengths is what made them a team and made them successful. And this is so important in your career these days. I actually see a lot of people plateau in their career, and it's because they get so focused on what they're good at and how they win that they lose sight of the fact that in order to get to the next level in their career, they've got to partner with others. They've got to be able to leverage the strengths of others. You can't be all things. What did I say at the beginning of the session? You can't be good at all 8 personas. That's not the point. Yet you're going to need all 8 of those personas in the workplace. You will need absolutely all of them. So if you want to get ahead in your career, you got to put your ego aside. You've got to leverage your own strengths, your own personas, but you've got to leverage those of your teammates around you. And like I said, your credibility, the trust, the respect that you're going to get is going to skyrocket. And of course, that's going to make you much happier on the job. So those are the 3 ways you can leverage the Career Decoder results. It's very, very powerful. And I'm going to take a couple of your questions here in a minute. But before I do that, I just want to explain something to you. This is just one of many of the tools that we use as part of our professional strengths assessment. If you don't know this already about Work It Daily, when you join our program, you get access to 15 courses, over 200 hours of videos. The professional strengths assessment is part of our job search plan. And it is so critical because it's not just the Career Decoder results that we evaluate. There's 7 other areas of your strengths, like your communication style, your learning preferences, your unique gifts, your work style, your passions, your interests. It's all of these different things that you need to know and understand about yourself. Then you take that very valuable information and you build a proactive and targeted plan for yourself. You build out your amazing career tools with our help, and you get out there and you network and you find your dream job. And there's a reason thousands of people are now using us. We're their career therapists. We're their path to greatness. I always tell people career coaching is not a sign of weakness. It is a path to greatness. We were taught everything in school except how to develop our careers. But for some strange reason, we all think we're supposed to figure this out on our own. Yet we use experts in all the other areas of our life where we want to see incredible results. So I challenge you that if you really like what you learned here with the Career Decoder results, and you'd like to learn even more about yourself, and then you'd like to build a game plan to go after your dream job, then you need to come check us out. And we've got a really special discount for you, but it's only good today. There's a discount code, and it's only good for today. And it's going to save you on our programs. No setup fees. You can cancel at any time. You can get right in there. And the thing that makes us so special, I was asked this today, is that unlike using old school, outdated career coaching, where you might meet with a career coach by phone or in person and then not speak to them again for 30 days and pay literally hundreds and thousands of dollars, you get immediate access to us 24/7. It's all online and it's crazy affordable. Our goal at Work It Daily, my mission in life, was to remove the barriers, the geographic and the economic barriers to giving everyone the career support that they needed, because everyone deserves it. So I hope you'll check it out. Again, it's only good for today. And again, if you liked the Career Decoder results and you want to learn more about how to use them, plus all of our other assessment tools, now's the time to join us. All right? Okay, great. So I'm going to take a couple questions here from our team and then see if you have any questions on this. So Stephen says, I recently took a role. However, I'm not sure I want to stay at this company. So what do I do? Well, you know what? This is a great example of how you use the Career Decoder results, Stephen. So the first thing that you should do is look at your results and ask yourself, why does this job not suit me? What skill sets am I using? And where do they match in personas? Like what kind of persona would actually do well in this job? And do I have the personas? Do I want to leverage my skills in this way? If there's not a match, then I can tell you right now, you won't be there long-term. It's not the right fit for you. And when you have this aha moment, that's when you can, with peace, say, all right, this wasn't the right decision for me. I now need to go look full-time for a job that aligns with my workplace personas, because I can tell you right now that you will not be happy in that job long-term. Ask anyone who has ever taken a job. We call it hazard pay jobs. They take a job. It's not leveraging their skill sets. They say, oh, I'm just going to take it for the money. And they're miserable. And then even worse, what I see happen is their performance declines in the job because they don't like the job. And all of a sudden they're on performance plan, or even worse, get fired. Now, how do you explain that to a future employer? That's what happens when you don't do work that aligns with your workplace personas. That is why the Career Decoder is such an important tool. So I really, really encourage you to look at that. You know, another question that we get a lot of times is, how do I interpret my results? For example, let's say you're a visionary, a builder, and an educator. What does that mean? Well, first of all, you're going to get a link when you sign up for the course to the results. And I recorded a video for all 8 types. So you can watch each video that relates to your personas and hear what it means. And then you can look at those and put those together. So if you were a visionary builder educator, for example, I would be able to tell you that you can think big picture, that you can help people connect the dots and see things that they can't see. So you're a really good motivator. And as a builder, you are able to take that visionary, that ability to see things and really create solutions and put them together yourself. And as an educator, you're good at closing people's gaps in knowledge. So you know how to string words together and make sentences that help people see the bigger picture and help them get inspired to create and build the solution. How powerful is that? And if those are your 3 strengths, I guarantee you're probably nodding right now on the other end of this camera going, that's exactly who I am. That's what I love to do. Now, what if you take these results and you feel like nothing stands out? Well, I can tell you that sometimes people will look at this and say, JT, you know, I'm not really any one thing. Like I said, if you're 20% or higher on a particular skill, then that is a persona of yours. What that tells me is either you're, wow, really versatile, a lot of different things. Maybe you have a lot of different interests, but more likely you took the quiz from the perspective of the work that you're in now. And maybe you're not all that excited about that work. So for those of you out there that didn't get results that excited you, what you should do is go and watch every single video of all 8 of the personas. And as you're watching each one, when you feel a reaction, when you feel an emotion, when you feel this little voice inside going, oh, that's what I want to be. That's what I like. That's how I want people to describe me. You're identifying your preferred personas. And if you do that, I guarantee 2 or 3 out of the 8 are going to bubble to the top. They're going to be the things that you want to say. And that's how you can start to identify the personas that you should be pursuing. So is everyone starting to see the power of this quiz? I hope so. I just absolutely love the Career Decoder. It's so empowering. You know, we don't just use it here with job seekers and with professionals. We also use it with employers. They use it with their staff to better understand their teammates. If you're a leader, not only should you take this test, but you should give it to all of your employees and learn their results so that you can tap into their strengths and make sure they're happy in the job. We also help in job descriptions, figuring out the kind of person that we need. There's just incredible applications to this tool. But it starts with you taking the quiz and really using the results in the 3 ways that I described to you today. That's how you're going to get ahead. Okay? All right. Well, I hope that this helped today, got you thinking. Again, if you want to work one-on-one and learn more about your results, if you want to get deep dive into our career assessment and look at 7 other areas of you as a professional, and if you want to use all that amazing data to create great career tools and go after your dreams, then you need to join us inside Work It Daily. It's very affordable, especially today, because if you use that discount code, you're going to be able to save on our programs and get instant access. All right. So what are you waiting for? I'll say it one more time. Coaching isn't a sign of weakness. It is a path to greatness. And as we always tell you at Work It Daily in our videos, if you want to win, you've got to work it daily. So why not come join us? Let us help you. Let us be your guide. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by today for this special office hours. We'll see you again really soon. And until next time, keep at it, okay? All right, take care. Good luck, my friends.